Hi folks, welcome back to Meaningful Money. Okay, I'm still here at Coverack, your archetypal fishing village. It's an absolutely beautiful day and a beautiful spot. So I've done 3 from here, so this will be the last one I think, and I shall move on. Carrying on our series about life stages, and this is number 4, and I'm tentatively calling this middle age, and this is what happens when the children have flown the nest. We've talked about young, free and single, dinkies, double income, no kids. We talked about young families. Now what happens when the kids have gone and it's just the 2 of you left? What happens then? What are the financial considerations you need to be thinking about? Before we dive in, as ever, my good friends down here in the bottom right, 7 Investment Management, who sponsor Meaningful Money. I'm very grateful to them for doing so thank you. Right, what does middle age look like from a financial perspective? Well, perhaps the children have gone, they're not living at home anymore. Maybe they are, We moved back to live with my mother-in-law when I think I was 30, maybe 27, something like that. So maybe they're not quite gone. So maybe they're not living at home, but chances are there's still an element of dependency. Perhaps they're at university and you're funding them through that. Probably though, both partners are working full time. Not definitely, maybe that you don't need to do that, or one partner doesn't want to work, but chances are your income or disposable income may be higher than it was when the children were younger and at home. And you're probably starting to think about retirement. You think, good grief, 65 is only 20 years away. I better start thinking about my retirement. It might not be that far away, depends how late you left it to have children. So those are probably the things that which sort of mark out middle age when it comes you're looking at it from a financial perspective. So what are the things you need to be thinking about? Well, now is a great time to really sort of take time to look at your goals and your budgets, what you want to achieve in life. You've sort of done the kids. That's sort of one of your major investments in life. If the kids have gone, you've done that, or very near to finishing off doing that. What's next? What is it you want to do with the next 20 years of your life? Do you want to throw everything into your career and work hard doing that? Or whatever, it's your life. But perhaps the 2 of you, it's a great time to think about that and sit down and work out what your budget is, what you're going to need, financially speaking, to enable you to do that. So this is the perfect time, if you haven't done it before, to undergo a formal financial planning exercise. Now for this, you need to see a competent financial planner. For most people, the words advisor and planner are sort of interchangeable. They're not for me. A financial planner is somebody who holds the Certified Financial Planner designation, or the CFP mark. If you want to find a CFP local to you, you need to go to the IFP website. That's the Institute of Financial Planning, and they're at financialplanning.org.uk. You could search for a CFP in your area, but what a CFP is able to do is to look at your financial situation holistically and to plan the next sort of 20, 30, 40, 50 years with you from a financial perspective. And they will take into account what you want. The finance comes last. It's more about what you want. That's where they start. Tractor going past, a little bit loud. Hope you can still hear me. So this is the perfect time to engage in financial planning, true financial planning, where you can ask, what is it you want out of life now? Now you're sort of halfway through, what do you do with the rest of it? And get a CFP to help you with that. If you're both working and your net disposable income is a little bit easier, then now is a great time to look at what you are worth, tot up your assets, your net worth, take off your liabilities, of course, so you know what you're working with. You know what capital you have, if any. You know what income you've got. So, that's your sort of ammunition. That's what you can build. It's a rubbish analogy, ammunition. That's what it's your tools that you can build your financial life with from this point on. So tot up what you've got, take off what you owe, look at your income and look at what you're working with. Again, a CFP can help you do that, Certified Financial Planner. So, that's probably the biggest thing. We're going to repeat what I've said on a couple of the others. For goodness sake, make a will if you haven't already. You should have done by now, and if you haven't, then you're in trouble. For goodness sake, make one if you haven't done it. It's so important, I shouldn't have to tell you, really. But it's worth reviewing it now that the children are less, dependent on you. You're thinking less now about guardianship and more about financial provision for them if the worst was going to happen to you. So make sure you make a will. And now is the time to really maximize your pension saving, your investments generally, and really start plowing some money into your own future. You spent 20 years bringing up children, possibly more. Now's the time to look after yourselves and put money away for your own future. So I think the overriding message of this one is, of this sort of life stage, is financial planning. Get the help of a CFP and plan the next 20, 30 years of your life, pre and around about retirement. Next time, we're going to talk about retirement and the things to be thinking about when you are approaching or at, and even sort of the early stages of having retired. So I'm going to move on from Coverack now, but thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.